Hello everyone, welcome to Inconvenient Truths. I'm your host, Jennifer Zheng. We have some absolutely stunning news to report today. A man claiming to be one of the assassins involved in the murder of former Chinese Premier Li Keqiang has come forward with his real name, revealing the entire assassination process. He says the order came directly from Xi Jinping. They used drugs to kill Li Keqiang and faked his cause of death as a heart attack. The whistleblower The whistleblower says his name is Li Song, born in March 1985 in Henan. In 2008, he enrolled in the Academy of Military Medical Sciences, studying biochemistry. In 2015, he joined the military's Public Security's Special Service Bureau, and from 2018, he was part of the Special Operations Team under the CCP's National Security Commission, handling highly classified missions. In this assassination, he was responsible for timing control at the scene, ensuring every step was executed on schedule and swapping out evidence to guarantee the mission's success. Li Song says the assassination team had 6 members. Team member Li Keqiang, 47, from Qingdao, Shandong, joined the military in 1989, served in the PLA Special Forces Unit, and transferred to the Ministry of State Security in 2010. He oversaw the entire operation, making sure every step was perfectly executed. Member 1, Chen Lei, 36, from Nanjing, Jiangsu, graduated from the Chinese Criminal Police Academy in 2011, joined the Ministry of Public Security's Criminal Investigation Bureau in 2013. Expert in trash cleanup and evidence forgery, skilled in chemical analysis and scene restoration, he handled drug delivery and cleanup evidence at the pool. By the way, the official report claimed Li Keqiang died on October 27, 2023, the day before he was swimming at Shanghai's Dongjiao State Guest House, had a sudden heart attack, and was rushed to the nearby Shuguang Hospital affiliated with Shanghai University of Traditional Chinese Medicine. He passed away at 12:10 a.m. on October 2020. Member 2, Zhao Yechen, 32, from Hangzhou, Zhejiang, graduated from Tsinghua University's Computer Science Department with a master's degree in 2015, joined the Ministry of State Security Tech Division in 2016, specializing in cybersecurity and signal jamming. He controlled signals and video at the assassination site to ensure no valuable information leaked out. Member 3, Sun Hao, 39, from Baoding, Hebei, enlisted in 2004, served in the Armed Police Special Operations Unit, and transferred to the Ministry of Public Security's SWAT team in 2015. Skilled in physical containment and tactical planning with excellent physical fitness, he secured the pool's perimeter, blocked traffic, and ensured the operation wasn't disrupted. Member 4, Zhou Jing, female, 41, from Chengdu, Sichuan, graduated from Peking Union Medical College with a medical doctorate in 2006, joined the Academy of Military Medical Sciences in 2010, specializing in emergency medicine and toxicology. Participated in a 2019 BioSafe drill for experimental COVID viruses. She was skilled at creating medical contingency plans and, in this mission, worked with supervisors to plan the emergency response after drugging Li Keqiang, making the rescue process look flawless. Li Song says he received the mission on July 3rd, 2023. The mission's code name was 23107, and the goal was to terminate Li Keqiang's life within a controlled time frame, creating an irreversible cardiac condition. The official medical conclusion would be announced as a sudden heart attack. The method was to use a drug called Cardio-Disruptor to trigger a irreversible cardiac condition, mimicking a sudden heart attack. He was then to be rushed to a hospital for a staged rescue attempt, ultimately declared dead. Li Song says that the hospital was pre-selected. The drug came from a military lab overseen by the National Medical Products Administration. It was a military-grade experimental drug in liquid form, colorless and tasteless, just like regular water. It acted quickly without the target noticing, disrupting the heart electrical activity, causing rapid ventricular fibrillation, and stop the heart. The most important feature was its stealth. It wouldn't show up in routine toxicology checks, left almost no trace in the body, and didn't affect liver or kidney functions. It kicked in about 30 minutes after being taken, with the timing precisely tested. Li Song says from July 10th to October 15th, 2023, the 6-member team trained at a secure base southwest of the Academy of Military Medical Sciences in Beijing's suburbs. Training covered drug reaction timing and emergency response, cardiac arrest, assimilation, medical reporting and rescue cover operations, video delay syncing take, falsifying physiological data, rewriting device traces, scene restoration and evacuation routine plan. Evacuating route planning. They completed 42 rounds of simulations to ensure all members were coordinated, mentally stable, and ready to handle any unexpected situations. Li Song says on October 26, 2023, Li Keqiang entered the heated pool at Building 3 of Shanghai's Dongjiao State Guest House as scheduled. The pool temperature was 26 degrees Celsius, and the indoor temperature was 25 degrees Celsius. At 10:50, Chen Lei injected 0.5 milliliters of Cardio-Disruptor into a 330 milliliters glass of water and placed it near the pool. Li Song says there were two options. One was to inject the drug using a needle as thin as a hair behind Li Keqiang's ear, but they chose to put it in his drinking water. At 11:22, Li Keqiang drank the water and started swimming. At 12, Li Keqiang's movements slowed and he stopped, floating motionlessly. Li Song says he and team leader Li Yuqiang jumped into the water pretending to perform a rescue. Chen Lei began chest compression while Zhao Yecheng blocked the pool's signals, cutting off all video feeds. At 12:08, as planned, they called the emergency number 120, reporting that Li Keqiang had chest pain and was disoriented. An ambulance was dispatched to the Pudong branch of Shuguang Hospital. At 12:23, Li Keqiang arrived at the hospital where Dr. Huang Jinsong led the rescue effort. Cardiologist Dr. Li Xiaoqing decided to use ECMO, and head nurse Zhang assisted with incubation. Vice President Chen signed off on the emergency procedures. At 12:31, after 2 rounds of defibrillation and adrenaline injections, Li Keqiang showed no recovery. Next day, at 12:10 a.m., the hospital declared him dead, citing acute cardiac sudden death. So that is the timeline of the assassination operation. The cleanup timeline went like this. At 1:50 a.m., 2 Ministry of State security agents arrived with an RS short-range scanning module to verify identity and connect device data, submitting a zero-leak initial report to the National Security Commission. At 2:10 a.m., the Ministry of Public Security's Cybersecurity Bureau sent agents to the poor area using high-frequency jammers to wipe data from wireless access chips, poor pH monitors, and temperature control modules. At 2:20 a.m., staff from the National Radio and Television Administration's Information Security Center performed simultaneous data deletion at the hospital, replacing 9 system records, 3 electronic medical summaries, and 2 ICU videos, disguising all traces as legitimate medical staff actions. At 2:40 a.m., a Ministry of Public Security SWAT team entered Li Keqiang's changing area using violet bioenzyme spray to erase biological traces and planting fake evidence. At 3:10 a.m., the Shanghai Public Security Bureau's security management team coordinated with the hospital's HR department to issue an unified statement about a special confidential color incident, sending a pacification team to speak one-on-one with medical staff, citing confidentiality clauses in the public security emergency management regulations to ensure silence. At 4:05 a.m., Deputy Mission Commander held a debriefing assessing the mission's success and proposing 48-hour delivery optimization suggestions. At 4:40 a.m., all tech and on-site personnel evacuated. The mission was filed and documents were locked in the National Classified Archives Center's North 4th District with a 30-year sea-level seal. Li Song says the pool area had a few surveillance cameras covering the entrance and public areas. Zhao Yecheng used a portable jammer to block video feeds and insert looped footage to show normal activities on monitors. No real footage leaked that day. Later, pool videos circulating online were likely faked by rival factions within the party. After the mission, Li Song replaced Li Keqiang's water glass, cleaned out residue, refilled it with purified water, and checked towels and slippers to ensure no traces remained. Li Song says the mission was personally signed off by Xi Jinping with top-level authorization, executed jointly by the Ministry of State Security and the Ministry of Public Security under Mission Code Qinghe 74, also known internally as Project 27103. 23-107. Public Security Minister Wang Xiaohong was the overall commander coordinating the effort. The team included members from security, state security, public securities, intelligence, Division 6, tech support, and medical cover units. Li Song says the Communist Party leadership decided to kill Li Keqiang for 3 reasons. 1. Even after stepping down, Li Keqiang retained influence, and some party elders tried to use him to push for a new direction. 2. Li maintained close ties with several former Standing Committee members, aiming to revive reformist voices. 3. Before the 20th Party Congress, Li had allegedly planned a Xi Down, Li Up movement, which the top leadership viewed as a direct threat. Li Song says 3 months after the mission, he was sent to Myanmar under the guise of being a security consultant, but in reality to isolate him. In Myanmar, he felt monitored and feared being eliminated. The image of Li Keqiang floating poisoned in the pool haunted him, stirring his conscience. Recently, he noticed colleagues disappearing, heightening his unease, so he decided to escape and expose the truth. Li Song's revelations came in 2 parts. Yesterday, overseas Chinese language outlet Renminbao and Canadian Chinese writer and YouTuber Lao Deng simultaneously published his first disclosure detailing the assassination but not naming the team members, including himself. In that disclosure, he said he wasn't exposing this to spill secrets, but to save his life, warning that if his family or colleagues were touched, he'd release the full mission log within 3 hours. Today, Lao Deng exclusively released Li Song's second disclosure, which listed all 6 team members, including Li Song's own name. I'm not sure what happened after the first closure yesterday. Maybe the CCP did target his family or colleagues, prompting him to release everything. Li Song says the operation was run by Coordination Group 7 under the National Security Commission. This group oversees 8 subgroups handling tasks like economic and financial fugitive tracking and cyber attacks. Working together but not under each other's command, members come from state security, public security, the military, and research institutes. On July 3, 2023, the assassination mission was verbally relayed by a supervisor, Director Zhang, explicitly under Coordination Group 7's command. The group provided Li Keqiang's detailed schedule and health records to ensure precision. Instructions were split into parts and delivered in stages for secrecy, with only team leader Li Yuqiang knowing the full picture. For example, 0710 to 1015 referred to the training period from July 10 to October 15. Orders were sent via encrypted phones and destroyed after received. Li Song also says Shuguang Hospital's director Fang Min signed off on Li Keqiang's emergency procedure consent form and remains the hospital's director. Li Song says the Dongjiao State Guest House, where Li Keqiang stayed, has high security, making it ideal for sensitive commissions. And Cai Qi Director of the CCP's central office must have known about the mission. Public Security Minister Wang Xiaohong and State Security Minister Chen Yixing were involved in the operation and cleanup, handling data erasure and identity verification. On the mission day, Li Keqiang was wearing a white bathrobe and reviewing documents, unaware of anything unusual. Li Song says the second day after the mission, on October 28th, he was called back to Beijing for a 3-day psychological evaluation, which was actually a loyalty check. In early October, he was sent to Myawaddy. After the mission, the 6 team members were split up. He has lost contact with Zhao Yechen and Chen Lei, and Zhou Jin's whereabouts are unknown. He suspects some team members have been eliminated but has no proof. Mentally, he feels guilty for being an accomplice, yet sees himself as a pawn with no choice. He is exposing this for the truth, for his family, and maybe because he's naturally rebellious. Li Song also believes the recent death of former Central Military Commission Vice Chairman Xi Jinping, supposedly from a heart attack, was definitely not natural. That's the main content of Li Song's 2 disclosures. I have to say the reports from Renminbao and Laodong do have small timing differences. For example, Renminbao says the emergency call was made at 12:08, while Laodong's first disclosure says 11:35, and the second doesn't specify the mention, but mentions Li Keqiang stopped swimming at 12, with Chen Lei calling for ambulance afterwards, likely after 12. I'm not sure why these minor differences exist, but the main details are consistent. Also, long-time viewers of my channel might recall that after Li Keqiang's death in 2023, I did several episodes besides covering the massive, spontaneous public mourning. I repeatedly questioned his cause of death because there were too many suspicious signs. The most obvious was why, after his supposed heart attack, he wasn't sent to a closer, better equipped hospital, but to a less advanced traditional Chinese medicine hospital. Li Song says they avoided better hospitals because their expert teams were too complex and risky, probably because higher-level experts might have noticed something. He also says that even at Shuguang Hospital, some experts were removed beforehand to ensure the rescue team was controllable. So I don't know how you feel hearing this. For me, while it's not surprising, learning these detailed facts help us better understand the CCP's cruelty and willingness to do anything. Li Keqiang was once China's number 2 figure, working alongside Xi Jinping for a decade. Yet, after retiring, he was brutally murdered. If the CCP kills its own, who won't they kill? All right, this show is already too long, so we'll stop here. Please leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. Help me spread these inconvenient truths far and wide. Thank you. See you.